Hello and welcome back to the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. My name is Sims, this beautiful man is Avenger, and we are having a wild roller coaster of an evening. This, of course, is the DreamHack PUBG Showdown. Teams now are fighting for 3 spots at DreamHack Austin. 3 of those teams will be getting their tickets and getting flown off to fight for their share of $100,000. And, of course, all this is brought to you by the wonderful people at Qualifier and Monster Energy. Without those guys, we couldn't put this on. Martin. Fantastic evening so far. We've seen some wild stuff.
I mean, I didn't expect any of us to do this good. Back to back and getting a second here. They're propelling themselves into what did the lowest after 10 games there was 2,700. So if you had, let's just say, above 2,500, you're almost certain getting that already. And I think they're around, I'd say 1,500 points already. So they're kind of at Liquid's position as we talked about as well. Liquid, after the first day, they had an amazing amount of points, and they could kind of just slow boat it a little, and they're going to be able to do that the same here.
The same like Liquid. I mean, it just proved that you can't count anybody out. I mean, FaZe came back and still beat them on day number 2. I mean, they're all winners anyway because they're all going to DreamHack at the end of the day. But a little bit of a Monker-esque play by the chasing the car. I've never seen that ever before, and hopefully I never see it again, to be honest. Anyway, let's take a look at the standings after map number 3 is all said and done. Envious still standing strong at the top. 1,364 points. Dignitas, though, starting to very slowly but surely close the gap. Totality moving down there. You see them in 3rd. Tempo Storm have actually crept up, which is nice to see. Optic Gaming, they'll drop 1. Rusky, Noble, they're moving up the table as well. Cloud9, though, still unfortunately dead last, having a bit of a struggle. But again, it's not over for those boys. They can turn this around. They can make it to DreamHack Austin. They just need to start having a better few games.
And as well, I mean, we're missing a chicken here, and Dignitas, obviously, they took the last game here. But Envious actually have more points than Liquid did after 3 games. Dignitas have more points after Kinguin, or compared to Kimben after 3 games, compared to the EU. And Navi, which was 3rd after 3 games as well, they only had 725. Totality having 819. So far, after 3 games, the top 3 teams in NA had more points than the EU guys after 3 games.
Do you think this all comes down to sorry, actually, just to stop there a second. Noble, we kind of mentioned about how there always been this very constant team and stuff. 156 kill points in the bag. That's still a fair amount of, outside of the top 3. Next to Optic, that's still a fair amount of kills for Noble.
It is indeed.
They're that team that can just stay there, play their own thing, and it's one of those things where one win will kind of, obviously, providing other teams fall and such, and, there's additions later on to that story, but in theory for Noble, kind of the same, I suppose, for Optic. One win would get them straight up that board, get them potentially into that top 3, so anything's possible. Having a lot of fun so far.
That's just what you have to do. Play consistently, get those top 5, top 8 positions, then take a win out of those when you have the chance making it. So it's just being consistently taking 3 or 4 guys, getting them 3 or 4 guys alive into those top 8, top 5 situations, and you have a really good chance, of course, of winning those.
You know what?
Chicken dinners.
It really scares me how when we look towards the EU side of things, and it's all right saying, just kind of stay consistent, top 5, top 6, then get a win. How people like Liquid and how people like FaZe can stay consistent top 3.
Yeah.
I find that so scary, and I kind of said it on one of the previous shows. People might say, "Oh, it's all RNG," but I'll tell you what, it takes practice, it takes balls of steel, it takes nerves to be able to stay at that top level, to keep throughout a best of, through a full best of 10, to be able to constantly finish in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I'm sorry, but no, that's not RNG. That's playing the game,
skill,
knowing how to play the game, practicing the game, reviewing your VODs, having a look, where did we go wrong, where we come better, and more importantly, looking at where other teams go.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said, I think, for these top-end teams of knowing potentially where the other teams will rotate from, where they'll go, where the choke points are. There's a bigger game to this than what we just see.
There's so much strategical knowledge to this game, you can't really comprehend it. Compared to a lot of other games, of course, this is a new genre, but there's so much strategical knowledge you need to know. It's not just shoot and point and shoot. You have to have everything around it, being able to put your team into positions, taking the right fights at the right times.
I mean, Liquid's a prime example of that. We watched what they were doing where they were splitting off into 2-2s. It's like kind of edgy bets. Where's this circle going to go? Okay, we'll move to one place, you guys move to the other. But they'll know where other teams are going to be aiming for. They'll know where FaZe is going to be coming from. They'll know where, on that side rotation, where Vitality are going to be coming from. And that's something that all these top teams need to be aware of. What the other team's doing. What are their opponents going to be doing? What are their opponents going to be thinking? There's such a massive macro play going on in the background. Oh, we can talk about it for days, to be honest with you. But game number 4, she's underway. Do me a favor, guys. Grab your phones, grab your PCs, tell everyone, tweet this stream, use the hashtag for DreamHack. Make sure you're letting everyone know the North American closed qualifiers are going on right now. Let's get some good viewership in here because, honestly, we've seen some fantastic games so far. Martin, just off a little bit to the west side, but she's going from north all the way down south. Will we see a different circle this time round?
Hopefully, we will see one of those southern or eastern circles because I kind of feel like we see these circles kind of the same, kind of favoring the north and the west here. We see the same teams doing good. Dignitas doing good. Envious doing good. But it's really rough for these other teams coming in from the south and the west. The south and the east. Teams as Ghost, but still, it's not done. I mean, the early game circles are not everything. But still, it will, of course, be a different game seeing Ghost, maybe getting those Milta circles, getting those military circles. Everything is just a lot of difference for these teams. They're going to be able to get more loot and get better positioning.
Same goes for Pure. I mean, we look at Pure. They've been the one team so far that has had to travel the most all 3 games in a row. They've not really been able to utilize the stuff that they pick up from military base. Circle's going to be imminent, and we'll see where she's going to go and what she's going to do to this game. North George, though. Already seen a few vehicles flying around. Looks like we've got C99 Trifecta, actually both fighting it out up there. So I'm already seeing bullets flying. You can see them on the top as well. There should be a battle for prime location. Again, C9 staring down the barrel here, unfortunately. Totality there making their way over to Yasnaya. Dignitas chilling at the top. Circle comes in okay. She's a little bit better for these teams. We're not up north. We're not all the way swinging it outside onto the west coast. We're more towards the center. So military is still going to be in. You don't necessarily have to go. It would be good to get across the bridge rather than get camped because it's very easy for those teams to potentially get camped on the bridge and push back, in which case they have to go for the water. Ghost haven't actually made it all the way over to their opposing side yet. Totality, all's going to be well over in Yasna. They're going to be chilling. Balok on his own opts to grab the boat and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, he's going to go all the way to the beach here. He's going to take some Milta, big Milta, some of those areas there. He might opt to go all the way around. I'm not sure. It looks like he's going to go all the way around taking that. No, he's going to swing into Milta. He heard me. Balog also, what a fantastic player. I mean, you talked about it. Those 8x headshots he did in the swamp. To me, Balog is one of the most refined players. Like overall, you have this amazing in-game leader, in-game knowledge as well, in-game knowledge, strategist as well, and an amazing frag as well. Cloud9 here, they're going to be sharing North Jaws, as we said.
Yeah, this could be the decider for them.
And look at how Cloud9, they're not really... Cloud9 is not sure the way they want to go, because Pochinki is taken, south of Pochinki is taken, Farmlands is taken, yeah, west side that's taken. They're kind of just not finding their own home. They could do, if they wanted to, take the ruins and the Atlantis city, because it's not taken by... of course, you have Del Hero there, but still, you could opt for taking that because he would just swing away, go back to Roshok. But they're just trying to kind of adapt and kind of find their new home.
It's definitely not as disciplined as the European scene, right? Like the European scene have their own houses, they have their own areas, and they kind of respect one another.
Oh yeah.
But here it doesn't.
And they also kind of
like
write to each other. Don't go here, otherwise we're gonna kill you. We're gonna annihilate you if you come here. So there's also some internal writing into each other. Like, if you come here, we're gonna take you out. Or also saying trying to say the contest as well. So there's a lot of internal kind of communication as well, trying to make some of those mindful plays as well, strategical plays. I kind of like that. But here, of course, Pochinki's dead center logic. It looks like he's gonna go early and gonna either loot or gonna take one of those prime positions in the dead center, which is available of course right now. And these guys haven't had the best run so far, but also it's a new kind of mixed team coming all the way to the qualifier. It's a huge what do I want to say?
It's a good run of practice for them.
It is.
To be able to come through, it gives you the practice, because obviously you've got, 4 or 5 rounds so far. I think 4 rounds are best of 3, 1 round a best of 4. So it's an intense, I think that's the best way to say it. It's a very intense set of games. Ghost this time round, they will be split, opting to go the Nova, Milter power. Bolo C doing his usual power side, happy for him. Milter, he won't be able to get that if Vitality were here. Thankfully, they're not this time round because this, of course, is North America. Shrimsy and Fuzzy Potato, this time they'll have nobody challenging. It will be leaving the farmlands alone. So again, kind of fighting your ground, so to speak, standing your ground.
Yeah.
You know, you can put your mark on it, you can put your stamp there and say, this is mine, don't bother coming here again, boys, because you will die. We saw a player previously did fall victim to that, unfortunately. Further afield, Optic, they're going to extend a little bit more. Initial drop comes through, and it looks like Envious are going to go for it. Chick Shooter's already on a vehicle, and he's already going up, as it does drop just to the side of Georgia Paul Mountain, struck Everest, struck whatever else you want to call it. Dignitas still chilling up north. They're happy in Severny. Same goes for Noble. However, Noble, they might have a little bit of a task on their hands. If you look at where these choke points potentially could happen, they're going to have to get past Dig. Dig can work their way in. They could take the northern edge of that circle. All depends where they want to play it. But Noble, they have to come past 2 teams, potentially moving out of the top of north.
These crates unseen.
The bad boy out there. Since the update, it's like, it used to be, oh, what have you got? Oh, just got a casual 249, you know. Now it's like, well, we've got a sniper, we've got a big boy going, we've got level 3s, we're absolutely
Full
geared
level
and
3 as well.
stacked up to the 9s. Happy days. So it does make them well worth getting. Now, I mentioned Envious were potentially looking to get that. It actually doesn't look like it's gone this way. It's Moody who's the closest player there. Interesting rotation coming out of Shooter. He's gone all the way around the left-hand side of the mountain. Rather than going up and going along the riverside, he's opted to kind of check out where all the players are, if there's anyone over by antenna, if there's anyone chilling in the fields. And Venerated, he's just got some prime location. Look at this crash, though, coming down. We have 2 teams that are about to hit each other, potentially even 3, yellow and purple, 10 and versus 11 down at the bottom corner there. I'm seeing shots getting whacked off. Vehicles are pulling up. One of them will opt to run away, and it is going to be that big farmhouse. And those big farmhouses, man, those porthole windows, well, not the portholes, they're the smaller Hagrid houses, but the big windows what he's getting shot from now, they provide so much open ground from where you're looking here.
Exactly. You can basically cover like 170, 160 degrees from each angle. So they're super strong. Also, the yellows here are also really strong. Going back to Cloud9 here, they're going to keep looting here. They don't have that much cars. So they're going to be having some rough times migrating from it. It looks like Moody's going to be taking that as well. Trifecta, also talking about Trifecta here, they're going to be not contesting Severny and shooting range anymore because they know it's Dignitas area. So they're going to go, okay, sure. North George is also available for the taking, so they're going to take that. And again, talking about George, you can easily share that. You can just take the west and the east. Done deal. Moody here, he's going to leave.
Generally, we're seeing something out of Tempo Storm we've seen in the past, where they'll opt to take all that west coast. At the moment, BenQ still sitting out on that corner. He's happy. Need to be very careful, though. Zampa's gone centre. Quite a lot of them have as well. Optic are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. Moody will find the care package. You're gonna have some fun on your hands there, my friend. Go on, son. There's a full level 3 for you and a 24 just to boot. Enjoy. Find some headshots, my friend. He'll be loving life with that one. Probably drop his scat. Keep the 7.62 meter alive with the AKM in the back pocket. Up close and personal. Just drill them down. Jimmer. He knows the team has just pulled up. So he's just kind of biding his time and getting a bit of an angle here. See totality. You can see the vehicles as well. They are inside the yellows. I didn't quite catch how his gear was. He's got plenty of meds. K9. 2-2. He's actually a level 3. It is. It's a level 3 vest. Level 1 helmet. Level 2 bag. Unfortunately, the helmet is the worst. 30% reduction, 55% damage on the chest, so he can take a fight. Needs to be careful long range, though, because that will helmet get completely removed from his skull, should a player see him. Envious, though, they've also been spotted. You hear the bullet dink. Look at that little... Nice parking there.
There's a little train going there, yeah.
I like it.
Gonna keep their cars. I'm pretty sure they wanted the compound west of Pochinki, but they opted not to go for it because the Roski squad, they went for it instead. United also making their way in. Shadow. Look at those guys. This is the compound I'm talking about. Extremely good compound here.
Oh.
Profi is going to swing around. No. Looks like he's going to leave his car and he's just going to make a run for it.
And that's what happens when they introduce the tire popping not so long back. Like these vehicles, if you bust a tire on a vehicle, you're in all kinds of danger. It can flip, it can fly, it can flop all over the place.
Yeah.
Profi does get away with his life. For how long, I don't know, because they will all be banking down the hill. Here comes the crash, though. The rotation's in. Dignitas, they've made the move. The north is still open, so they're banking on that circle, kind of shifting a little bit further more towards the centre.
Yeah.
Profi still...
They're on the hunt here. They're not. Look at that. They're on the hunt. They don't have any cars.
12 points, man.
Yeah, they don't have any cards themselves. Also, besides 12 points, it's impacting another team losing a player, which is really important as well.
Well, this does go on really quickly, obviously. You can see what's going on the screen. Let's kind of run you through how the some of the headshot, body shot, and legs and arm damage do, respectively. When we're looking at pistols, it's 200, 100, 100. With a shotgun, it's 150, 190. SMGs, they got a little bit of a buff in this patch. For a headshot, it's 180% damage to face. Body shots 100, legs and arms on 120%. ARs, this is where we really start to step things up. 235%, same for the DMRs. You hit someone in the head, it's 235% damage. 100 and 105 respectively for the ARs and the DMRs. 90 to 115 for the legs and arm shots. DMRs, very, very strong in this patch. They have been buffed something chronic. You get an SLR, you're going to have a good time. Same with the SKS. With the sniper, it's still 255%. Top of the ball, you ping someone in the face, they're going to be in for a bad time. 110% damage to the chest, 95% for heads, shoulders, legs, toes, everything else.
And this is bullet multipliers as well. We got to remember that. There's also a reduction when you hit a lower limb. There's so much factors going in. Also bullet travel time. The velocity of the bullet is gonna go lower, but this is the bullet multiplier. But still, DMR's extremely strong. This is the game now is a DMR 762 meta.
I was looking at how much these damage do exactly. I mean, even with an SKS, with a level 3 helmet on, direct to face, it's still 56.
Yeah.
You know, it's still. It's so much damage. The sniper rifles are still the ones that are going to break the level 2s. The Kar98 M24 AWM. AWM's still the only gun that will crack off, and smash a level 3 into smithereens. With a 24 and a Kar98, you're still going to need 2 shots.
The thing about the SLR as well. So if you have an SLR, you knock somebody. He pops a first aid, he pops a painkiller, and then he peeks again. If you get a headshot again, it's full damage, even though he has a new helmet. You're gonna be 100% knocked again, because it does above the 80 damage when you get the.
I mean, you look at it's the damage on them is just wild. I'm actually going to bring up the damage stats for the actual.
Turtle here knocked Purdy, so
SLRs.
fatalities. Oh, Terror has this SLR here. He's gonna pop some knocks and some shots with the 6x. Turtle is going to finish off Purdy, so totality kind of in a rough position here. The new circle has popped. It is on Pochinki and kind of on the southeastern side here, so it's going to slightly favor the guys already on the south and the eastern side. Ghost, they have the double barn, by far the best location right now. Everyone else is making their way in on the western side, the southwestern side, and the north. Dignitas making a super good move here, coming in late, and then making a really far move on here. They could take the whole western side is open. We see a drop here as well. Another M24, full level 3. These crates are nuts, man.
So minis, we're looking at 46 damage a dink. Minimum, bare minimum. That's not without the multipliers. 53 on the SKS. 58 on an SLR. You know, that's only 3 dots away from an MK14. That's literally 3 away from a crate gun. Kar98 then takes a significant jump. We move into the 75 damaged territory. M24 AWM. This 24 is going to give you 88 to face every single time. 120 for the AWM without any kind of diminishing returns. And this is the whole thing. Now we don't have these level 3 players in play, Martin, as much. You know, no 55% reduction. The level 2s are just getting smashed to bits in 2 bullets a time.
Yep. And I like it. I mean, it's
good.
It's less R&D. It's not who finds a level 3 helmet. It's who dares to get run for the crates.
Do you think your old armor boys that know how to kind of compensate for bullet drop and such are gonna excel in this kind of patch with the snipers?
I mean, I think they already excelled, because after the first gunplay nerf where they introduced bullet velocity, bullet drop, and everything in that's kind of a long time ago. I think they already excelled at that, but now it's going to be even more. But still, I mean, Kar98 is not an easy gun to use. The snipers are not an easy gun to use. Getting those headshots on moving targets is just, it's insane.
Okay, so Circle does come in, and she shifts more down towards the southerly, easternly kind of area. Venerated over here in the garage. Team MVS, they're still in. They're laughing for this moment in time, but across the road, not too far away from them, we see Hypoc and Optic just chilling in the distance.
Yep.
They know
Taking the
exactly
church
where they
area.
are. The church it's good because there's so many options to drop through, to drop back, to kind of dip. Like there's a lot of, because of where Hetra is there, the one thing that I really do like about the church is there are so many exits.
Yep.
You can just disengage from a fight nowhere. You can either go into Pachinki, provided someone's not there, just kind of raining hellfire from upon you. But there's so many from that church area disengagement points.
Yeah, but you don't see a lot of teams playing Pochinki. This is kind of smart. These teams, you often don't play Pochinki, or you don't play towns until you know the town is going to be in the late zone, because you're usually going to lose your cars, or you're going to lose players because multiple teams is going to be there. Ghost here in a really good position. Profi has actually taken the small shack on the north as well, so they have a 1-1-2 split going, splitting up and being super greedy, which is a fair move in this circle. The next circle, though, they have to go together here. Temper Storm in a great position. Roski's guys, they have 2 guys alive. I'm not sure if it's because they lost 2.
I think that they're on the opposing side, so they're in like a split. You've got set
Oh,
down here in
yeah,
the barns, and they've got the set kind of matching on
Yep.
Pachinki. They have vehicles as well, so one can move to the other, depending on where this circle goes. We see a totality player does fall down. That's going to be United over there, team number 6, who's got their number. Down at the bottom, though, I think that was... I can't catch exactly who was still outside. Trifecta, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's Trifecta. You're right
Vegas
here.
with a few warning shots. Flash Hider and a grip as well.
Look at that in the bottom as if we got this back where we can see the players on the team. That's really nice. Southwestern shift, far, not favoring anyone from Ghost. Look at that. They had the prime position in the middle. Now they're not inside anymore.
So kind of a trifecta though. They've been gifted it a little bit because now they can move in. Same side for Noble. They can creep and peep should they have to. They're on the slow side. Trifecta are going to have to be very, very careful. This is why they're sending one initially, just to kind of be the slow one. Interrogate, unfortunately, will run over Tony V. That's not good. But anyway, we'll carry on. One player with the ump. 3 times on the top of it as well. And we now know that the SMG's now... Oh, he flipped it. Okay, he probably got out and it flipped on top of him. We've all done it. We've all been there. Feels bad, man.
Terror's going to fix that.
Go on,
He's
flip
like,
it.
yep, here we
So
go.
there you go. That little transformer's helping each other out.
Tero is an engineer in this. He easily flips those back.
I learned something the other day. If it's on its side, you can actually blow one of the tyres out and it will bounce back.
Yeah, he can do as well.
I'm quite impressed.
Often at least.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed at that. I've been trying to grenade him in the past and just ended up blowing him out. That
Oh,
could be a
he's
headshot.
gonna connect too. Ramsey
Hits him
on
in the
connect
groin.
one. Yeah, in the groin.
Well, for rest of them, at least will push back.
Ramsey in a pretty good position. They are both inside. They can fight it. They have a 2-2 split going though. They have 2 guys on the hill and they have 2 guys in the houses here.
Top corner on the coastline as well. There's another
Ramsey.
member of Pure just chilling.
Yeah. Only 2 players are dead yet. Taylor J is going to take some shots at Tero. These guys are pushing in. They're actually pushing onto these yellows. There's already teams here.
Oh, go on, scope it. Quick scope it. Go on, son. Doesn't hit the bullet, but unfortunately, totality, they'll be turning up to a gunfight of their own. Terrogate, he goes down. Tony V, second one to fall victim. Smithy, all comes down to him. Can he save his teammates? 1, 2, 3, they hit the deck. Last man standing. A little bit unfortunate. I would have expected a team like this to know that there'll definitely be teams that have moved across from that backside down in these yellow houses. He'll throw the smoke, hide his footsteps, hide and mask where he's going to be going. Looking
And another
outside for the person. I mean, he's lost his helmet as well. He's got a 3 vest, so he can take a bullet to the chest, but if he takes one to the face, he's dead. He is absolutely battered. Needs to be careful. He's got a Kar 98 and a sniper on the back. Logic must know where he is. Are they both lacking helmets?
Looks like Logic doesn't have a helmet either. Donut Hole putting some pressure onto these guys. Meanwhile, also Trifecta is pushing on these guys. They're actually moving up, trying to take the chance here. Ramsey's gonna finish off Smithy. That is totality out in 16th place in this 4th match out of 5 today.
That's rough. That's rough,
Yes.
man. Turning up to a compound like that, but I would have expected them to know. You've got teams that are going to be coming across from, you know, from all the way down south, from across Millie, from down in the bottom corners. It's like these are prime locations for people to always be camped out at. Meanwhile, looking for the shift over by the barns, just over in by the rocks, you've got Pure. One player is extended. It's going to be Taylor Joy. Get an angle from the rock side. I like it. Noble, they've got a compound of their own. They're going to be able to chill. And look at Ghost here, building himself a little fort. They've got the tractor behind them. Vegas comes into the headshot. Hey, it's me, boo.
This sewer is so strong as well. Really, really strong. You can basically, from this position, you can play anywhere on this zone here. You can just cover yourself from Pochinki. You can take full cover from south and east. East is kind of the only place where it is. But Dignitas, they're making a far rotation here. It looks like they're going to go full on E-United. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 here. Dignitas, E-United on the eastern side. The next zone, though, let's see it before we go to the fight. It's going to pop. And it's going to come straight south here, not favoring anyone in Pochinki. Look at that. I was talking about it. This is going to be a massacre in Pochinki.
So the question is, do Ghost stay here and gatekeep these players? Because they could literally murder so many teams that are going to try and rotate. Dignitas have to be careful. E-United are looking at them. You can see the arrows. They have the information, or they'll have heard the vehicles. Either that or any shots they may have popped off into Pochinki. Ghost decides it's not best to gatekeep. They're going to be walking the road. However, Tempo Storm up on the hillside, they've got them numbered. They know exactly where they are. We've already seen the bullets come down. Ooh. Your boy Dre, though, he steps out a little bit too early, unfortunately. Gets fed a bullet to his brain. You can see the blood splatter there. The level 2 is going to be all kinds of damaged. You don't want to be poking Ghost. You poke the bear, you're going to get the claws, unfortunately. It's a nasty team. You have to be prepared to take a fight if you want to take it to them.
Also, the way they have to peek here, it's really unfortunate for them. Cloud9 here, all of them alive. They have a long road to run through Wildcard, through Tempo Storm and Noble. Really rough positioning from them.
E-United, I think, are potentially camping Dig here, not letting them go. Kind of going to gatekeep him here on that circle edge. There's nowhere really for them to go as well. United are in a little bit of a spot. Moody steps up though, sees a fight going down himself, wants a little taste of the action, but he gets paid for it. Master Nuke from nowhere finds the head. Frolicker down with the smoke, wants to try and get his fallen comrade up. He's got that M24. I'm surprised he went for the tap fire when you got a big bad boy gun on your back like that. 2 no helmet. YOLO grenades are going down. He's trying to find a C9 player. He's just hitting and hoping. They've got him back up for now.
Now the zone is pushing them as well. They have to make a move here. Master Nook is going to finish off Moody. So he's going to knock him, sorry. Solid here making a move for it as well. He's down to 20% HP. Elusive is running out of time. He's going to die. Frolicker as well, taking damage. Solid, it's going to be a close one. Is he going to make it? Oh, it's going to pop off the right team. Frolicker and for Solid have to make a move here. But Wildcard, they are gatekeeping them.
Lost 2 players simultaneously, back-to-back. Frolicker as well, knocked through the smoke. The circle will unfortunately finish him off. Solid's just trying to stay alive here. It all depends what his med situation is like. He's got a first aid at least. Actually going to try and get him up. I mean, I respect it if he does. Either that or I'll just be sharing his med to him. Said, nope, leave me, brother, it's fine. Take my meds and run.
They have a 3-seater close by as well, so he could potentially just bomb into a shack there. Is the Harry Potter free Dead Center Foshu and the guys from Hooligans? That is actually free. Noble here taking damage. Oh, Optic taking so much damage. Deliro, last player alive, also taking damage. He's down to 50% HP. Matt Ruski is going to get finished off as well. Deliro is going to get taken out. So Optic is out at 15th. Boom is going to get knocked as well.
We did see that one player go down for C9. So Solid once again. Last man standing for his team. Needs to be very careful. Does not want C9 to be ending in 14th. Balok gets a taste of his own medicine. Bullet to the brain for the Kar 98. 762 does it work. Knocks him on his backside. Profi answers back at least. Tap fires there with the 3 times and the silent scar. In a bit of a dangerous position though. Balok gets flushed. He's gone. Zampa with the SKS. That's going to be a stolen kill. Kickstarter with the minute. And the DMR meta. Big grenade though again! Dignitas constantly over and over again. How many is that? Is that a knocker 3 or an entire team wipe?
That's an entire team wipe. I think that is it for them. Shadow here still alive. McCoy and Turtle, last players alive. Look at that. Tempo Storm also making their play against Ghost here, trying to close them out. Dignitas did finish all of them, so they're the only guys on the northern side here. Great position. Caden is going to finish off Solid. Solid is out. That is Cloud9 gone in 13th.
Look at Dignitas' rotation though. Rather than take the fight against E-United, they've opted to go up. E-United have pushed the advantage. They've taken over a compound of their own, which Pure used to have. They are not inside the circle, but they do have at least a little bit of groundwork they can move off of.
Yeah. Turtle is going to finish Wildcard. So Turtle is still alive. 30 seconds to the next zone. It's going to push him. Check shooter. Right mind right here.
It's crunch time. It's crunch time. 762. AKM and an SKS. SKS is a bit of a drill right now. You can fire it and just tap fire and over again. Watch the laser beam fly. McCoy's down. He's getting picked up though. Turtle on the back. The lean comes through with the DP, but Soko unfortunately loses his head. He's down. He's dead. He's gone. Grenade goes off. Does its work. Check shooter again. 1, 2. Thank you. Logic. He bites the dust. Your boy Dre onto Ghost. That's going to be Turtle going down. Not entirely sure how many members of Ghost are actually remaining. But we are down to 10 teams alive. 31 players on Erangel. The Blues doing the damage here on Theros. Got a couple of stims, but unfortunately, cracking off like that's going to give you position away.
Look at these many teams here. We have Noble, we have Trifecta, we have Black Label. All these teams are here. It's going to huge fight, and none of them are inside the zone. Meanwhile, you have Envious as well. They're trying to gatekeep on the southern side of that hill. Foshu and the guys from Hooligans. What a fantastic position. Dead center. Master Nook is going to get knocked by the play zone. Spike is going to finish off Dre. Master Nook, Sanpa, all these guys, they're down already. 10 teams still alive, 26 dead, 26 alive. One team is going to be taken out. That's Noble out.
Oh,
Trifecta
God.
here. Soko, the last player, going to be taken out as well. There's Trifecta out at 9th. Donut hole.
What's he doing? No, he's running the wrong way. Should have gone forward. Try and go behind the house. Unfortunately, nice easy kill there though. For Check Shooter and Venerated all the way from the angle. ACOG and an SKS. Long range with the 4 times originally. Does have the meds, but as soon as he steps out of this house, he should be brown bread. He's just going to try and play for placement. Nothing much he can do.
No.
Oncoming fire from Envious here from the houses on the side. Pure, they do have Shadow to watch out for. He's probably going to be looting and trying to get as many meds as he can just to carry on and punch through it.
Yeah, he's going to try. I mean, 8th is still a respectable position here, but he's going to have to put... Oh, he has no more first aids. He's going to loot one.
I think he just looted an entire player.
Yep.
Just pumped the body into him.
There's one more first aid as well. He can take that. It's on the bottom, though, but he did drop it. Next zone is going to pop down south, southeast Pure in a fantastic position here. Everyone else has no cover. They have all the rocks on the south side. Now Envy, they have to push Shadow here. United, they're going to make a move for it. They're going to take fire from Dignitas here. And they're going to drive straight into Pure. Pure's waiting here. Dignitas also firing on them. Envy is going to finish off Shadow. That is them finished out. The Roski squad is gone and done. They have a great position here. They can just stay here.
They're going to blow the vehicle up. Allows them to move forward, and now they've got some sort of a little bit of defensive wall they can play off of. Pure hiding down, but Pure's position is not great. They are praying that their little heads can't be seen. Dignitas, they're on the hunt. They've got the scopes to do it as well. Here's the 6 times looking forward. You can see the lean. The minute. Gustav's probably going to pre-smoke, and they'll run this one through. What have we got over here on in terms of utility and gear? It's not looking great. They've definitely been attacked. 3 bags, so it looks like they've at least got something to play with. Hopefully they've got meds as well. United just need a couple of good grenades and they could clear that squad out. Envious though. Caden, he'll separate from the pack. Taylor trying to get a pick to at least make them aware that they are here. Meanwhile, Venerated's back onto BenQ.
There's Tempo
spots him
Storm
and kills him.
out in 6th.
Oh, he's got no helmet. Taylor.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Dignitas has a really rough transition here. They have to run all the way in the open. They have basically no cover after this as well. Gustav is trying to make a run for it. Shrimpsy's going to knock at him. Vegas is going to steal the kill from that.
Cheeky.
Here you have as well Wookie Booger's healing, so Caden is going to finish him off. Yup, that's the last in that. Caden fragging out 10 kills on Envy already. Vegas is trying to knock. Oh, he's knocking Gustav here. Fuzzy Potato on from the side with the DP. Roim is going to steal that.
United give themselves a banging position here on the cliff side, pulling up with the vehicles and using them to build a wall. Envious still have the, Vegas again onto Incivil.
That's Dignitas out in 5th.
Yeah, so he denies them a placement. Takes 12 points on them as well.
They had an extremely rough position as well.
The
This
grenades.
Shrift. Oh,
Look
they
at
know,
them.
they know. They're going to nade. Oh, it's not far
Not
enough.
too far. They're getting closer though. I'd be happy myself if they do these boys because they've got the blue against them. Envious on one side. They've got United on the other. I mean, good God. Talk about between a rock and a hard place. Meanwhile, sitting pretty over there, the opposing side. Spike, Fuzzy Basato and crew, Team 17. They're laughing. This next circle will dictate where these teams have to play.
Yeah. And this circle is a rough circle. You have in the middle, you have 150 meter, and you basically only have 5 trees. In those 150 meters, you have some of those rocks, you have some of those edges, but everybody, look at this circle. It's dead center. Nobody's inside. It's kind of
They got him.
They got him. Yeah, that's one.
Oh, that's from Envious.
Oh, another nade onto Caden, taking 2. That's a double kill onto Pure. Caden popping off with those nades. That's 12 kills in Envious now. Fantastic play. 3 teams alive now. 4-4-4. There's 3 teams alive. It's a 4 versus 4 versus 4.
And it's a completely open field. I mean, we're looking downhill here. If there was a better place, it's been this, because they can play off that deflate. They might be able to push up just a little bit.
Yeah.
So they definitely have the prime position here. It all comes down to who takes who out first. Envy versus E-United. E-United have the gauntlet to run. Envious have the high ground, so they can at least keep Team 17 back. They can keep poking them. They can keep prodding them. They can apply this pressure just to kind of suppress and maybe potentially move.
They're
Venerated is extended hard.
Yeah, and check shooter onto Vegas. Vegas into check shooter. That's a knock. A headshot with them. He's going to be able to pick him up. But this is a rough position from them. Venerator is in a really strong position, though. He has made a move.
He knows where they are. If he's got another grenade and he can throw another grenade like last time, he's already done 2 with the double. If he can find another one.
Oh, Venerator, this is aggressive.
They're
going to gatekeep them. They're going to gatekeep them. Envy. Are they going to be able to do this? 4 kills on Venerated.
Look at him. You see him switch. He's gone to the red dot. He's ready for this spray. The circle's going to start to move, and the collapse will come in. E-United staring down the barrel of an angry Venerated. He's looking behind him, making sure he can see the grenades just hipping over the edge. The wall of smoke's there. He's going to come through. This could be so dangerous. He's just going to creep so quietly, and look what's on his back as well. The mini's there. Now it's time to strike. There's 1. There's 2. The reload comes through. Can he find 3? Vegas in front of him. There it is. Where's the 4th? Can the entire squad wipe? Venerated, my word. He does fall in the end, but good God, completely wipes E-United from the face of the planet.
Fantastic play by Venerated. Oh my God, Check and Caden here. They are inside this zone, so they have really good rocks here. Check here taking some fires. Well, 16 kills on Envious already. What a run they have had today. Fantastic. This is a guaranteed second already, but this is going to be hard for them. They have to make a 2 versus 4 right here.
They're still going to go for it. There is an option to kill each other. You know, let's be fair. We've seen it before. They can. Teams will opt to run into the blue and deny this team 24 points. They've already got second place. If they can grab 1 more knock and maybe a flush, then it's happy days. Neither team has the circle. Full open ground.
Hooligans here. They're going to make an aggressive push. The correct play here. Caden on the white flank. He's been spotted. Spike. You don't want to mess with Spike. You're going to get spiked. Foshu on the flank as well. Check is the last player alive. He has to make a fantastic play. 4 versus 1. Surely this must be Hooligans' game. It is indeed.
And there you have it. Hooligans finish first. Spike again. Takes 1, takes 2, knocks them down into second place. Team Envious, though, second place is an insane amount with insane frags to boot. Spike with 3 kills, 400 points plus 36 as well. Good job from them. E-United this time in 3rd place. But I tell you what, Venerated, that push, the aggression, fair enough he was going to die, and I think he actually knew that, to be honest. He just, it's not a problem whatsoever. I'll go and be the one who kind of commits to doing this. Gave his own life, but traded it off 1 to confirm second place for Envious. I mean, how many points difference is that? It's guaranteed?
From 3rd to 2nd is 60 points.
So he guarantees them 60.
And 48.
48 for the kills as well.
108 points play right there.
1 play.
For 1 play. That's a fantastic play by Venerated. Also, they're taking him back in. I mean, they had some roster changes. Kaisuku played for them at Global Loot League, and now Venerated playing again with them. Fantastic decision by them. This is a insane run. First, second. It's insane.
Consistency. It's key. But
I mean, are they gonna ensure them a land spot on the first day? It looks like it, surely.
Is it doable? I suppose it is technically doable. I suppose it could be done. I mean, you've got a full 5 days tomorrow.
They had
5 games tomorrow.
They had on the 3rd in Europe. They had 2,700 in 3rd, and down to the 4th place. That was 2,000. something. So they
How do
have,
you get 60?
if they have above 2,000 points when the day is over, they just have to play, basically. Just play. They just have
Get
to
top
be
10
in the
every game and
no, just like top 15 because
chill.
you get 23 points for 16, so you just like kind of like grind it up.
Sitting there with a beer in hand,
Yeah.
just casual, shooty, job done. But no, congratulations to all the teams, obviously, at the top there. Spike and the rest of the boys taking a chicken dinner and a couple of points as well to boot. But 110%, Team Envious is absolutely on fire. Firing on all cylinders. Can they do it again for a 5th game in a row? Well, we're about to find out. We'll take a very short break. And when we return, it's going to be lit, boys. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a second.